What's up, theater folks? How you guys doing this morning? How you doing this morning? Yeah. Today's about Ignite, right? So I just ignited you guys. We're done for the day. Welcome. I'm your host for today. No, I'm just kidding. We have about 50 folks online, so send them some love. Can you guys hear? Go ahead. We have over 120 people in person and 50 online, so it's really a great showing. We're going to have a great day today. I kind of want to go through some stuff kind of quickly because I have some exciting announcements to make. And then we've got our friends from the UK, Digital Theater Plus, are going to be here to share a kind of a plenary workshop. For those online, this is going to be the part that's live Zoom. Otherwise, it'll be smaller Zooms with Hidden Voices work with Digital Theater Plus, and then an opportunity to choose some PD workshops that are on the website. Sound good? You guys are like, yeah, we don't have to worry about that. So let's go ahead and go, if you guys can see the next slide. The whole art of teaching is only the art of awakening the natural curiosity of young minds for the purpose of satisfying it afterwards. I found that quote, I love that quote, right? Because why are we in this? And why are we here today? Because you guys are teachers and students, right? Do you agree with that? You're lifelong learners. You're always learning. Certainly your own curiosity, but I want to argue, and I think you guys would agree with this, that by igniting your own curiosity and creativity, that's going to translate to your young people. Think of your favorite teacher from elementary school to college that wasn't a subject that you really were looking forward to. Everybody's got one, right? Whether it was a math teacher or social studies, or it might have been music or choir, dance, any subject area, somebody got you excited about a content area that you went in being like, oh. How many times have you, raise your hand if you can think of 5 kids in your career that were excited by theater after they worked with you, but not before. And every hand is going up online, okay? That's why we do what we do. Yes, we are in the field to create the next generation of artists, absolutely. And when you find those kids, we want to encourage them. But really, we're looking to have creative citizens and creative non-citizens in the States, right? The opportunity for them to kind of explore their voice, hear from one another, and realize that they've got something to say and an inventive way of doing it, and in a way to build community. And in a time when we're all a little too fractured in this country, I think you guys would all agree that the third space of making theater, when it's not about me, it's not about the rest of the other people, it's about making art together, relinquishes that kind of judgment because we have to do our best to put something together. Is that fair to say? So I just wanted to share, I found this little image of curiosity, experimentation, creativity, play. It's a little bit like the CPR that I've shared with you guys before. You could start at any point, right? So you could start with the play, which is literally for us, a play. You could start with just casting kids and putting them on the play, or it could be just play, as in playful. But there's no right place to start. And I think I'd love to encourage all of you, if you're not already doing so, to diversify your lessons to start in all those places, right? Throw them into the deep end and gently have them thinking about what matters to them, all those things. Let's go to the next slide. So I'm super excited to announce, and take out your phone if you don't mind, and get that QR code. For those of you online, if you're able to do it, great. I'm launching our I Teach Theater online teacher forum. It is a password-protected site where you guys can post questions, topics, curiosities, looking for a set piece, looking for costumes, or we just closed a little shop. We've got an Audrey, anybody need it, right? This is the idea of kind of shrinking our community. We get together 3 times a year. We've got workshops in between. Many of you have been Arthur Miller Fellows, et cetera. But this is a place for us to really connect, and I want to help ignite each other, because the questions you're going to pose, hopefully, are looking for answers from the community, the wisdom of the crowd. Does that make sense? So this is a place where you can, like I said, pose topics, new questions, respond, put up a lesson plan. There will be opportunities to share short, short, short videos. We don't want to overwhelm the bandwidth. But this is something, it's only for DOE teachers. You must use your school's email, okay? It's kind of like logging into the DOE. In addition to using your email, it'll prompt you to put in a code. So there is an app which you need to download, and then that app, once you have it, will just send you a code every time you log in. Cool? Cool? I got a thumbs up in the screen. I'm happy. All right, let's go to the next slide. And I'll be sending this out to you via email if you weren't able to get a QR code. Can we go to the next slide? What's that? Oh, the password, sorry. So there's an initial password for everybody. The password is all caps. The word is play, P-L-A-Y. Then you do your own email and your own password, okay? But that is kind of like a barrier. So I'm asking you, feel free to share the I Teach Theater site with friends in other states, other, BOCES, other communities. I made the I Teach Theater site not password protected on purpose. Because anybody who wants to teach theater with our young people, they should have the opportunity to do it better, right? So there's all kinds of stuff on there. This is just a community for you guys, right? So I'm asking you all to not share that, okay? All right, here's our day for today. Welcome. Welcome, okay. In a little bit, we'll hear from our friends from Digital Theater Plus. Where's Emily and Brad? Over there. Give them some love, guys, Digital Theater Plus. We'll have the opportunity, I was able to work with them. They work all over the world, and they have an incredible platform. There are significant fees because they do a lot of work, but because of our partnership, we're getting 50 free memberships for a 2-year subscription. And anybody who wants to, doesn't get one of those initial 50, they're going to do an incredible rate of $500 for 1 year, $750 for 2, which you absolutely get your school to pay for. It's an incredible site. We'll see a little bit more from them in a bit. And then they're going to be doing, just for everybody online, they're going to do a special online session remote for you. So you don't have to worry about being zoomed in here. Then we're going to hear from our Hidden Voices colleagues. We're going to hear from Epic Players, a session on neurodiversity. We're going to hear from Pink Fang for our AAPI community. And then the last one is for the Repertorio Español for Latino, Latinx community. These are online curricular units connecting cultural history and theater. How many of you are familiar with the Hidden Voices work? Not everybody, okay. So the Social Studies Department created a program called Hidden Voices to have curriculum that's for underrepresented communities in history that are not always taught. So Asian American Pacific Islander, neurodiversity, the African American, they're just rolling out their first Jewish units I think this month maybe. It has not officially been sent out. They are online in our I Teach Theater site. It is not completely sanctioned, which just means it's not been officially announced. But you guys can use them, and I'm super excited for you to do. Each of them is going to do a session which we did in Carnegie Hall in the spring, activating one lesson of their units. There's 6 to 8 lesson units that you can absolutely plug and play. You can do a co-curricular with your social studies department, but they're really focused on theater making. So I'm very excited for you guys to do that. That will also be separate online for you guys. Then we'll have our workshops. Everybody's signed up. You guys, incredible workshops, right? We have moment work, exploration of themes and events with actors in space, with Devin, Anthony, and Leah. We have staging the shift, how to adjust lesson plans without losing impact with Kelly and Naima. We have ignite the choreographer within for dance movement with Lindsay Roberts-Green, Kemba Ludiskar, and Christina Bixland. We have the School is Your Oyster, site-specific theater making in schools. It's going to be really cool with Taesong Kim, Juan Manzo, and Dale Smith. We have Me to We, which is in movement-based devising with Melissa and Amanda. We have igniting group work through Bunraku Puppetry with Renata and Marissa. If you are elementary or you're working with inclusion settings, that might be a special one. If you've already signed up, but that's one to be thinking about in terms of the Bunraku Puppetry and nonverbal communication, et cetera. We have igniting the community with Mina, Elio, and Justin. That's sparking engagement in your theater program. That's kind of going beyond the normal people in your realm in the school. So like the businesses and how do I get the parents involved? How do I really build a full community of theater people? And then the last one is Approaching Devised Playwriting Through a History Lens with Cherie Davis and Bryce Kahn. And Cherie is a guest artist with us. She's a professional playwright who comes to us from the Lortel Foundation. We'll have lunch. We'll have a second session. Then I'm super excited. AOLs, shout out. Just raise your hand and say, hey, hey. Those are your AOL Burrow breakout sessions. We have a half hour. They have a nice little agenda for you guys to be working on. Then we'll come back here, and we'll talk about other opportunities, online resources, et cetera. Let's go to the next slide. All right. Many of you are familiar with C&T Theatre Company. They're a British digital theater company at the intersection of new media, social justice, student voice, and theater. Paul Sutton's going to be here the week of the 17th. November 18th, we're going to have a PD workshop on doing that work. We're connecting kids in England and Africa to the Bronx and Brooklyn and all over in China, all over the place. So if you're interested in that, here's a quick video from my friend Paul. I just wanted to share with you guys. Will you go ahead to the next slide?
Hi there, my name's Paul Sutton, and I'm from C&T, the theatre company mixing drama, learning and digital technology. We've been partnering with New York City Department of Education and Peter Avery for some 8 or 9 years now, and from this, our base at Worcester's Sixway Stadium in England, we'd just like to share with you some of the projects that have been driving our collaborations. Our projects engage New York City students in creating dynamic, relevant work at the intersection of applied theatre, new media, student voice and social justice. LivingNewspaper.net radically reinvents the classic documentary drama form of the living newspaper for the internet age, enabling young people to research and dramatise the news stories that resonate through their lives. Lip Sync brings together music, video and theatrical storytelling for the TikTok generation. Push-Pull enables young people to research and dramatise their stories of migration and share them with other young people across the globe. Our Prospero.digital technology enables us to build and drive these collaborations through a range of web-based interactive resources. Inquire Within enables young people to make their own explainer videos, giving practical advice and help to other young people and communities during these challenging times.
So this year we'll be focusing on living newspaper. Many of you know that phrase from the Federal Theater Project work, right, in the early 20th century, when they used to do agitprop theater in front of projections, but now we're doing that online. There's another unit for those of you that are interested in digitizing and virtualizing your lesson plans. So if you feel like you've got a killer lesson plan, and you want to be able to put it online so that any teacher in New York City can access it, with you kind of side coaching them in the space, facilitating. We have that. And our third session is calling all young artists working in the neurodiverse intersection. So Marissa Russo and Michael Pantone and some other people in D75 have connected and working with neurodiverse kids in England. So those are all options that will be coming up. Let's go to the next slide. I'm going to kind of quickly through. That's just the text. I'll send this as a PDF, so we don't need to read this right now because we started a little bit late. That's where they are all over the country. We'll be connecting with some of those places, Australia, Italy, et cetera. The next slide. If you want to just take a second, if you want to scan the code, you can sign up. That doesn't mean you have to do it, but just if you want to say, I'm interested. So Digital Theater Plus, we're going to be hearing from these guys in just a minute, but just I'm super excited to share with you what the access is. You'll get free PD with their excellent customer service team, access to their catalog for you and your students. By the way, anybody who gets a digital theater license, your students get it also. So you can have them somewhat like our National Theater Project, but it's much more expansive in terms of the material. They'll have an annual meeting with us, and they're really incredible people you meet in a second, but they're also very accessible. So throughout the year, if you have questions or you have an idea, suggestion, part of the goal of this is to get feedback on how can we introduce technology in the classroom authentically, right? You know, our kids don't have their phones. That's probably a good thing for 90% of the time, 95% of the time, let's say, 99% of the time, let's say. But technology is here and AI is here, and we want to be able to also access. We're creative, inventive people. You want to ignite the curiosity where they're already at. So we'll be sharing feedback with me that will go to DT+, and you guys will have a voice in terms of the type of work that we're doing. Let's go to the next slide. All right. Ignite Inquire, create, share, play, grow. I'm going to turn it over to my colleagues at Digital Theater Plus in just a second, but I just wanted to end with this slide. Encourage you all to go out of your comfort zone, right? If you are someone who is in a session about choreography and you're like, I just kind of want to watch, don't. Play. Think about what you want our students to do, right? We want our students to take chances. This is a safe space. This is a brave space. You guys are all committed to the intersection of theater and youth. There aren't that many of us in the country doing that work, right? You are a special group, an amazing group. Not to say that other subject areas aren't, but that's not my charge. You guys are. So I see you all as rock stars doing incredible work. I want to just thank you for all you do and have done and will do. And I'm hoping that today you'll leave with a couple more takeaways and charges and things to ignite yourself so that you bring that flame into your room and let your students see your artistry, right? You're not content providers. You're artists, educators. So thank you guys so much.